Hey everyone, it's me, Raven Jade, and I'm coming to you today, whenever you're watching this video, and talking about what I think are the the biggest mistakes that a noob or even an established player in Entropia can make. So I hope you'll follow me along while I hunt some of these drakes here on Next Island as I discuss these mistakes. And some of these mistakes I've made in the past, so don't think that I'm judging you if something that I cover is something that you currently do. Okay, so in no particular order, the first mistake that I am going to talk about is going too big too fast. I see this happen all the time. People come into this game with stars in their eyes. They see people getting all these big hoffs and sometimes ATHs, all-time highs, and they want that too. They want that glory. They want to experience that adrenaline rush of those big swirlies. So they go out and hunt things that are way above their level and they can't handle them. And what happens is they lose a lot of PED because they're not killing efficiently. They don't have enough DPS, they don't have enough evade. It's just a mess, and then they leave the game saying this game is a scam, it just took all my money, this game is too expensive to play. So yeah, that's one of the biggest mistakes I see people have, is that they just hunt way above their level. Their decay costs are high, so the repair bills are high, and it's just not good. So my advice to you is just to start small. We all had to start small at some point when we started this game. I certainly wasn't killing prowler mobs when I first started. Trust me. I killed little puny mobs, and I killed them for a very long time while I learned the game. So that's the first mistake that I wanted to cover. And leading out of that mistake would be this next mistake, and that's buying expensive limited armor and killing high aggro mobs that are just going to swarm you and chew your armor alive, and you're going to end up paying money again and again and again for these armor pieces because you're trying to hunt things that are, again, maybe too high or just too aggro-y. And one of the examples that I can talk about this is recently I've been hunting a lot of the snakes here on ancient Greece, and they're such a high aggro mob, and I see so many people in here hunting them, and they're wearing Perseus armor. And if you don't play Entropia, Perseus armor has a markup of around 160%, sometimes higher, sometimes lower, so don't quote me on an exact price. But there they are, spending expensive amounts of money on armor, and then they're getting chewed alive by these high aggro mobs, and I actually just want to cry for them because, yeah, damn, you're not going to get any loot return back for markup. You might get loot return back for the actual TT costs, but you're never going to get PED back for the markup. So you have to be aware of markup and losing your PED through markup. Okay, so the next mistake that I want to cover is not picking the right rewards when you get a new codex level up. And in some planets, as of 2021, yes, there are still some iron missions, but for the sake of this recording, I'm just going to call everything codex to keep it simple. So what I'm referring to when you're getting a new codex level, you'll get a reward. Let me show you. Like, I'm really close to getting my next reward on the snake here on ancient Greece, and I have a whole lot of rewards that I can choose from. But, and this is my opinion, when you're choosing rewards, you should choose rewards that will either help your animal looter level, your HP, or your evade. I think those are, in my opinion, the three best rewards or skills that you need to have in this game. So always be very mindful of what you're going to choose. All the rest of the rewards, all the other skills, they'll come while you're shooting. And again, I know that there are miners in game and there are crafters and everything, but this advice is really aimed towards hunters because there is no codex for mining or crafting, which I think actually there should be. I think Mindark doesn't show the love to the other professions in the game like they should. So again, what I'm saying is that this is just my opinion, but the rewards that help your looter profession, your evade, and your HP are going to make your quality of life in game much, much better. And as far as HP and evade goes, that is the very best armor that you could ever have in this game. So for me, I always enjoy seeing my evade skills and my HP go up. So hopefully that helps you. If you have any questions about that, you can always leave a comment and I'll do my very best to help you with that. If you don't know which skills go for what, you can always go to entropiawiki.com and click on the skills tab, and that will explain what skills pertain to what profession. And it's a very useful tool. Research is always going to be your key. So my next mistake that I want to cover is not having a bankroll. And I understand that not everyone can deposit or even can deposit hundreds of dollars in the game, but having a bankroll will help you in the long run for whatever your budget is. Paying attention to the loot trends in game, at certain times of the year, some loots will have higher and lower markups depending on what's going on in the game, and if you can save certain loots during their low periods to sell when the markup goes higher, it's going to go a long way into making your peds last longer. And I think that is always the key. I'm always telling people, if you've watched my videos, you know I'm always a strong supporter of save when it's low and sell high when you can, because really the only way that you're going to stretch your peds is through the players. The game is designed to make money off of you. The game is a business. So where you have to find your money is through other players playing the game. So try to hunt things that have those markup loots that you can sell. Hunting a mob that doesn't have any high markup loot is just going to eat your ped card alive, and that is just my opinion. And I know we all have our favorite mobs, but really you should try to hunt the mobs that are going to give you some sort of markup loot, because that's going to sustain your gameplay. But for my last top 5, the other thing I want to discuss as one of the biggest, hugest mistakes a noob can make coming into this game is thinking that you're gonna make money, you're gonna make it rich. I know the game is designed and advertised to say, oh, make money in Entropia, which, you know, there are people out here in this game that have done very well and have earned some money, but it really does take money to make money. It's not like you're going to come in and sweat your way to financial freedom. So please just think of this as a game that you want to play, a very fun and addictive game at times, but don't expect to come in and sweat your way to the financial freedom that I just said. It's just not going to happen, and play this for what it is, a real cash economy game, which is so cool and niche, and have fun, but just play smart. So here are my bonus mistakes, and these can be mistakes whether you are noob or not, and they're kind of like just fun little mistakes that I have noticed that some people have made, and I'm not going to call out names, and I'm not going to name or shame. So again, this is just my opinion. Okay, so bonus mistake number 1 is, I've seen lately that a lot of people are streaming Entropia now, and I think that is so awesome. Woohoo! 113 pets, swirly, sorry, I know I get distracted when I swirly. Anyways, I think it's awesome that people are streaming Entropia. I hope that it will bring in fresh eyeballs and walls to the game that we all love to hate sometimes, some more than others. But however, if you're going to stream Entropia, be mindful of being in livable PvP zones and space, which is, you know, PvP for sure, you never know who is watching and ready to loot you, shoot and loot you. Which also reminds me, far too many people bring loot into space. And while in 2021 space pirate activity isn't at the peak that it once was, there are still pirates in the game looking to score that big kill, and having thousands and thousands of pets on you in space is just a bad idea. And trust me, there have been people that have had thousands and thousands of pets on them in space, and they just didn't think that they would get caught, and they did, and then all that money is gone. Because it's real life money, and trust me, that pirate's not going to feel bad for you. So go into PvP areas at your own expense, or at your own risk, not your own expense. That's what I'm trying to save you. But definitely if you're streaming, there are going to be people that are going to want to take advantage of that. So, you know, go in at your own risk. And my very last tip is just to have some etiquette when you're out team hunting. And this is brought on by something that happened to me recently. I was out hunting and all by my lonesome, minding my own business, as like I usually try to do. And a big team hunt of people showed up right next to me, and they were shooting everything in sight. Of course, you know, there's a lot of firepower going on, and they're just, you know, having fun themselves. And while I was happily minding my own business, shooting my own mob, the team next to me thought it was their mob and tried to shoot it. And then one of the team members got all crybaby when the loot went to me. Imagine that. One little girl, and she gets all the loot. Oh no, the horror. So this guy, he yells at me to get out of the area, to leave the area, that they're hunting there and they've been hunting there, and he was basically acting like he owned that area. Now, because I have skills, I can handle myself, and I won't be bullied by little boys with little guns. But not everyone is as skilled as me, and not everyone can handle themselves. And I think that if you are out hunting, whether you're in a team hunt or not, if you come across a green dot in your radar, it's a big area. You don't need to hunt right next to them, because if you do, mistakes are going to happen. People are going to, you know, shoot at the same mob. It's just, you know, a fact. So the etiquette I'm asking for is just don't get right up onto somebody when they're trying to hunt. It's just in poor taste. And then to act all crybaby about it when the loot doesn't go to you, it's just drama that doesn't need to be there. So those are my tips. I hope that you found something useful. If you did, please leave a like on the video. It always helps me out. If you haven't subscribed yet, that helps me out as well. And of course, leaving a comment. I always love to read your comments and answer your questions, because this is why I do this. I make these videos to help my fellow Entropians out, and I want to hear from you. So until the next video, guys, if you're gonna be bad, be good at it. Mwah.